It's the Dougherty Show!
What it do? It's Derek, y'all. I got lots of shit we're gonna go over today. HIV. There is a cure for mice. Is there a cure for humans? And then we're gonna talk about that new Facepp that everyone's been taking pictures of going around. I don't know if y'all know, but there's some privacy issues going on with that. We're going to talk about Jaden Smith. He just came out with this new type of food truck. And we're going to talk about Manny Pacquiao being the oldest boxer to win the welterweight championship. We're going to talk about Hustlers. It's a new movie that's coming out. And last but not least, we're going to talk about a Toy Story scene that got removed from Toy Story 2. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Oh, so also today, we don't have Stephanie on the show because, like I said last week, she's on vacation in Puerto Rico. She will be returning next week on Monday. Or not Monday, but that's when we do our shows, but she'll be on next week's show. And Dwyer won't be on the show today because of, air quotes, personal reasons. All right, guys. HIV. So it just got removed in mice. So I'm gonna tell you a little back history about it. So pretty much, the gist of it is there's a cure for HIV, possibly for humans. Okay, there's a new research that has been revealed how a sequence of 2 treatments could completely remove the virus in mice. So pretty much the first treatment is a long-acting, slow, effective release. It's called laser. It's a form of anti-retroviral therapy. And then the second treatment involves the removal of viral DNA using a gene editing tool called CRISPR-Cas9. Okay, you have to look that up. It's CRISPR-Cas9. So pretty much these 2 tests work together to remove HIV in mice and whatnot, and thinking about, towards the end of this year or within the next year, starting to do this with humans and whatnot, and, doing clinical trials, which is quite extraordinary. This has been going on and on and on. I mean, millions of people, like, according to most recent figures from an UNAIDS, worldwide, 36.9 million people were living with HIV in 2017. And in the same year, around 1.8 million people contracted the virus. It's just this disease that you get, and then it just breaks down your immune system, and then to the point where you can't, your cells can't protect you, man. All the HIV attacks the CD4 or T helper cells, which are a type of white blood cell that helps regulate immune responses to infection. So once the HIV becomes into effect, it attacks those, so you can't heal yourself. So these 2 things are supposed to help prevent that from happening and help people heal.
I think that'd be cool. In my opinion, I really hope this does take effect in human test subjects also, because imagine, like, all the people that didn't contract it, sexually, like a kid digging in a trash can at a park pokes their finger on a needle, and now it's like they just contracted one of the scariest diseases known to man, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yep.
It's
as soon as it becomes into age, you have a life expectancy of 3 years. So, that's a scary thing.
I feel like what should be done is, hopefully this becomes like an affordable treatment, and maybe it can be a universal requirement for people of a certain age to have this for free without having to pay like a shit ton of money, because I think that's why a lot of HIV infected people in the past couldn't live full-length lives because they couldn't afford the treatment.
And that's a big issue that's going on, because actually at the majority of hospitals, they actually don't carry the HIV drugs. Like, people actually have to bring their HIV drugs from home, like their medicine and stuff like that, and their treatments. They have to bring that stuff to the hospital because hospitals can't afford it because it's so expensive.
It's just ridiculous.
And it's crazy. I know that one of those treatments that is like a common thing that a lot of HIV patients get a lot,
Yeah.
And the other one, I mean, I guess it's really intriguing to know that you can use laser and that CRISPR thing both together to make them both work, proactively together.
Yeah. I just think that it's ridiculous how the most dangerous diseases always require the most expensive cures, and they make it to where, I mean, the drug companies want all the money
over someone's lives, Saving millions of lives, not important, but making millions of money is.
There's ways they could sell these drugs and make very, very little money, just enough to be successful, but they don't do that. They sell these drugs at 50 times cost, 100 times cost, so that they can make huge profits, because that's how they become multi-billion-dollar corporations, trillion-dollar corporations. So
it's crazy to think like I don't know, like I'm not in that process or in that mindset and stuff like that when I'm on their side of things and whatnot, but I know as me as a person, if I have the chance to save millions of lives, I'm definitely telling plenty of people. It's kind of like that thing back then when we had that one episode where we were talking about Nipsey Hussle and about how he was about to portray that movie of that one scientist who found like the cure for cancer or something like that, and him passing away one night. Like back then, he was trying to go to trial and say that he had all these results of it getting cured, and they just kept shutting him down. It's kind of like now we have this HIV cure now, and now we're hoping it works in humans. I'm hoping this doesn't get shut down too. You know what I mean? I hope this becomes everywhere. I hope the clinical trials continue, or not continue, but happen with patients within the year. And I hope we start seeing success with it, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, drug companies. If there's any way this could stop drug companies from making millions of dollars, then they're gonna shut it down.
It's a scary thought though. If that like curing all these diseases and stuff like that, what happens when we do cure all these diseases? Because it'll happen eventually. I mean, we're gonna find something. We're gonna be so smart enough to do all this stuff. How are we gonna be able to sustain all that population on this entire Earth? Because most of the world's made up of water. You start making underwater cities and shit.
Oh, they could.
It'd be nice.
But I don't know. I just feel like population control shouldn't be dictated by disease.
Oh, I know, absolutely. But I feel like it is, because a lot of diseases get shut down, like the cures for them.
The cures for disease don't get shut down because of population control, unless it's a government thing. They get shut down because of money.
Yeah, that too. Well, the affordability too, because I know a lot of trials have to go, test trials have to go forward, and some of them are way too expensive, and some people think that the outcome is too low, and they don't think it's going to work, so that's why a lot of them don't go forward with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, imagine it like this. Like, let's say, like cancer, for instance. The cost of cancer, like the treatment cost, how much these companies make off people. You get somebody that's living with cancer for 10, 15 years. You get millions of people that are dealing with it. And it's putting money into hospitals and drug companies because they're dealing with it. Do you think they're going to try to find a cure that could cut off that cash flow just that cancer's generating from people that don't want to die, from the families that don't want those people to die? Boom, like cure shows up, these companies lose millions, these hospitals lose millions because they're not treating, so it's, you don't know what a lot of these companies.
Like that's part of what you're saying. Like that's probably why the reason why the cure is so expensive, because the treatments are like you're losing all that money. So like, why don't we just make the cure just as expensive just to outweigh everything? But let's make it up, way too expensive so other people can afford it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just like EpiPens. You know how much those things used to be back then? Oh, they were cheap. Now they're like $800 or $900 or something like that.
That makes no sense.
I know. Those things are expensive, dude. I feel bad for people who have to carry those things around all the time.
It's got to be the most stressful thing.
Having any disease, I feel like, is the most stressful thing. Having someone coming to you in a doctor's office telling you that you have that, or telling you, hey, man, you have AIDS now. It's escalated. You have 3 years left to live. Or
your treatment's going to be $1,000 a week.
Or you got to pay this much, like hospital bills, all that.
Your insurance won't cover it.
Sucks. So, Jaden Smith is such an inspirational individual. He takes after his father. He just came out with not a new restaurant, but it's called I Love You Restaurant. It's a pop-up food truck. It's going to be a one-day food truck that pops up in downtown LA, and it's going. And by the way, that's the largest homeless population in the United States.
Skid Row.
Yep, Skid Row, and it's supposed to give out free food. Free vegan food, that is. So it's going to be healthy, and it's for anyone.
Is Jaden Smith a vegan?
I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I just wonder what the option... Like, I'm not against veganism at all, but feeding homeless people... Like, is there meat substitutes, or what's going into that? Like, obviously, they're going to be grateful nonetheless, but it's like... I don't know.
He has it set to visit a few other cities too. He says the tour will visit many cities, including Miami, Houston, New York City, Atlanta, and many more. He's got a lot of stuff in store, he says.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds good. I just don't know how I feel like about feeding homeless people vegan food. Like, I feel like they're gonna want meat. You know, they're not eating a lot. They're probably craving like certain sustenance or certain nutrition, that certain protein that they're not going to get from
but you got to realize one thing. It comes one day a week and it's free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's fine, but I just feel like a vegan food truck is kind of pushing an ideology onto those people. You know, it's like...
Makes sense. Trying to get them to go the vegan side or something.
Well, I mean, they're not really anything. They're homeless, so they don't have a choice. But I'm just like, don't know what the process is behind it. I mean, I'm down for it. I'm not really against it. I just don't know if there's like anything nutrition wise that is going to be missing out of that menu just because there's no meat, or if he's going to fulfill it with certain.
With some other things, yeah.
Yeah, like...
It might be a possibility. I haven't delved into it yet to see, because he hasn't released it yet, but it's going to be happening. He haven't released a menu, but I'm assuming that in that menu he's probably going to have all the sufficient needs that they'll probably need. And it happen once a day, man. That's awesome. That's something that they can look forward to.
Once a day or once a week?
I mean, one day a week, pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's one day a week, or it could be just one, day in general. Let's see. It says... Our first one-day food truck pop-up. Someone's saying this is a one-day food.
One-day food? I don't know. It's not really telling me a whole lot. One day a month, one day a year, one day a week, one time a day. Well, I don't know. Jaden Smith has done a lot of weird shit in the past. Maybe he's going to lease the food.
Yeah, he's a very creative individual.
Yeah, he is. Sometimes I see pictures of Jaden, and I think it's his sister.
What the fuck? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Sometimes, I mean, they do look alike.
Yeah, a lot. Oh.
Especially when he's got makeup on.
I don't know. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to Jaden Smith since Karate Kid.
He was in Karate Kid?
Yeah, he was like the main actor of Karate Kid. What are you talking
There's
about?
like the new one?
Back in like 2010 with Jackie Chan.
Oh, I haven't even watched that, man.
I'll go watch it.
Jackie Chan was in Karate?
Yeah, he was funny. Mr. Miyagi.
No, I gotta watch it now.
Well, yeah, from 2010. It only took you 10 years, almost.
Well, 9 years. Alrighty, guys. Did you guys know Manny Pacquiao? I mean, you probably did. Everyone's got to know. I mean, come on, let's be real. But Manny Pacquiao, he just won the welterweight championship, and guess what? He's only 40 years old. Yeah, only 40. This dude is now the oldest boxer to win the welterweight championship. He beat Keith Thurman. So yeah, he defeated Keith Thurman. It was a split decision. He was pretty much beating up on him the entire night, man. What's your What's your thoughts on that, Brett? Because I know you're the MMA expert.
I think it was pretty crazy that Manny managed to pull that off. He trains really, really hard, though. He definitely earned it. If you've seen what his training regimen is, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I heard he has to eat like 10,000 calories a day just to maintain his body weight.
I believe that.
Which is crazy considering how small he is.
Be so quick, too, man. Quick as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if Floyd's going to come out now, because now he's not the oldest boxer to win.
Yeah. I want to see Manny and Floyd fight again.
I do too, because last time they fought, he had a torn rotator cuff, remember?
Yeah, which...
He got fined for that afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this time I want him to
off.
fight when he's not actually injured and see what they can actually do, because, you know, Floyd just, you know, defensive the entire time.
Well, Manny just defeated one undefeated guy. Maybe he'll go and defeat another one.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be lit.
I like Manny a lot more than I like Floyd.
I don't know about that. I like Floyd. I like the cockiness. I like the kind of aurora and you know the brand he's brought to the boxing name.
Yeah, it's great. But I don't know, man. Just something about Manny. I feel like Manny's gonna be that dude that can do it.
I believe so too. He's got heart, man. He really does. If all boxers I've seen play the sport in the last 10 years and whatnot, he's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, definitely.
And he don't get. I mean, who the fuck plays with a torn rotator cuff? And that one fight we just saw not too long ago. Who was it? He had a torn ACL or something. Like he was playing with a torn MCL or some shit like that. It was literally the fight we just saw. MMA. It was like not this Saturday, the previous Saturday before this.
Did I watch a fight with you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember who it was. Torn MCL, torn ACL. Let me look that up.
I don't even remember watching a fight with you. Was it UFC?
Santos. Yep. Thiago Santos fought most of his light heavyweight title bout with John Jones, essentially with one leg. Santos tore the ACL, MCL, and PCL and meniscus of his left knee in the UFC 239. That's fucking nuts. Like, people that do that, that is nuts. Nuts. Absolutely ridiculous.
And it went to decision.
I know. That shit's fucking nuts, dude. The Facepp. There's been some issues going on with it, so everyone's been doing this Facepp all week, taking pictures of what they would look like when they got older. But you know how people normally are when they open up apps or if they go to read documents or sign shit, they just shine shit without looking at it, and they also fucking just agree to everything and whatnot. Well, that app you guys agreed to is owned by the Russians, so pretty much they own your face and your name now. Well, not your own it, but they can pretty much use your face and name for whatever they want because you gave them the royalty purposes. So yeah. So pretty much there's a royalty-free license where the Russians can use anything and say or do whatever they want with your picture that you gave them and the name that you gave them on the app.
Yeah, a lot of apps are dirty like that. Dirty bastards. I'm not too worried about it, though, because Facebook's basically the same fucking thing, just a different country. You know, whether it be Russia, America, China, Korea, they all pull this stupid government bullshit.
I feel like Facebook's worse.
Facebook is worse. Mark Zuckerberg's a fucking cocksuck.
He's reading us right now.
Sick of fucking ads, man. I'm sick of those fucking ads.
So, wait, which ads? The ads that have like...
Any ads. I don't care what kind of ad it is. I don't want to see it on Facebook. I'm just saying Facepp is... They're bogus as hell for that too. But you know what? I'm not going to Russia anytime soon. Listen, all I made sure was that I didn't link my normal phone gallery to it, because if they're taking whatever they want to do, you don't know if Facepp's just running through your gallery every time you take a photo now. So let it just link up to your Facebook and Instagram. Fuck it. Who cares? That shit's already out there. Don't let it link up to your actual gallery in your phone, because then it's just going through without you knowing and taking every personal image of you and doing whatever it wants with out in its... What are the communists? I don't know. Out in it's Russia, Cold War bullshit. You know, fuck those guys. Fucking... I don't know. I'm so sick of apps thinking they can control and do everything, and sick of ads. I swear to God, I'm sick of downloading a game and it's got ads or apps that infest your phone with ads. They're basically
that's so annoying. You know how many old people come into our fucking store all the time for that shit? For our viewers out there, I want to say that if we had 50 people come into our store, maybe 30 of them have tech questions. Out of 30 of those tech questions, 25 of them are because of malicious malware being on someone's phone, or a stupid app on someone's phone, or just a stupid question in general.
Well, listen, downloading the app is taking the HIV needle and sticking it into your arm. And then giving it the permissions is letting it slowly infect you. And then what it does is, behind the scenes, it downloads other apps and it generates ads. And then those other apps generate ads. And you say yes, 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 because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, because nobody reads the user agreement. And slowly that HIV app turns into full-blown AIDS, and then your phone is fucked. And that's basically what they all do.
And then you come into us and you're like, hey, fix my phone. I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? Like, I don't know, you tell me. And then the first thing I see is 30 fucking apps on your main screen. I'm like, oh god. You gotta swipe out of this. And then the stupid annoying ones where like the lock is, there's like 4 locks before you can actually unlock your phone.
It creates extra lock screens with
Why
bullshit.
Why are you doing this? I only unlock my phone once, not 12 times.
And so Facepp, if you're using our info, and then they charge fucking money. You can pay them like $40 to get the pro version. I'm gonna pay you $40 to use all my information. I guess there's a lot of locked shit on Facepp. I'm just saying, I'm gonna pay you $40 to take all my info for free. Man, fuck you, Russian motherfuckers. They were the bad guys in freaking Stranger Things 3, so they're back for some more apparently. Next thing we know, freaking Kim Jong-un's gonna be our president because he's butt buddies with Trump.
Oh, fuck that. I go to Canada.
I think, I'm just gonna say, as far as Russia goes, Putin is pretty cool.
Trump says so too.
Yeah, well, Trump is, yeah.
One thing I want to add to that is I hate those Facebook ads. I obviously hate normal fucking ads, and I hate how they used to know what you were doing. Like if you said something, an ad would pop up for you or whatever. But the stupid ads lately I've been seeing are like some mafia bullshit, but when you click on it, it's something completely different. Like, okay, well, if you're gonna promote your game, promote your game. Don't promote.
They've always been bullshit like that.
Game, man.
They've always been bullshit like that. I think the reason people hate ads isn't because there are ads. It's because most of their ads are bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, if you're gonna, that's what doesn't make. It's all false advertising. It's not advertising. It's not like watching a commercial on TV. It's all.
Yeah, that's more appealing.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, I can't tell you the last time I watched a commercial because I don't watch cable.
If they were smart, what those Vine guys that got famous and shit like that, they had a quick 10-second video on that. I don't understand why half these companies out here in the world just take one of those fucking kids and make a quick video that they could put on fucking Facebook, and these kids, we would see it because that's just a funny video. Oh, but their product's in the video. I want that product now. That's how kids think.
Yeah.
They don't do that. We're going to put our annoying ad up so we can get annoyed by you and just block it and say we never want to see this ad again.
The product of today is Facepp. You can download it for free and let the Russians
$40 too.
If you want the pro version. And for the low price of free, you can let the Russians have all of your information.
Every single last bit of it.
Oh, yeah.
And get it in a store near you. Play Store or Apple Store. Hustlers. Yeah, this is a movie. It's coming out on September 13th. It's inspired by the viral New York Magazine article, Hustlers. Hustlers follows a crew of savvy former strip club employees who band together to turn the tables on their Wall Street clients. And guess who's in it, guys?
J-Lo.
J-fucking-Lo, baby. Jennifer Lopez as a fucking stripper. It's like a man's dream come true.
Yes, it is.
I swear, man. And guess who else is in it? Cardi B. For all you Cardi B friends out there, she's back on it. She's back on it. And I don't know if you guys know who Lizzo is. I know there's a few fans out there that know who Lizzo is. She's also a singer. She's going to be on there too as well. And then there's also Constance Wu, just some of the people that I know. And then Usher. So those are some of the stars and studs that are going to be inside that movie. We got to see that.
Looks like it'd be a great woman empowerment movie.
Oh fuck yeah!
Looks like they were fucking those dudes up. But yeah, I definitely want to see it now.
Brett just saw this like a few minutes ago and whatnot. He's like, damn.
Yeah, J-Lo was teaching her how to pole dance.
That should be like every woman's dream to get taught how to pole dance by Jennifer Lopez.
No.
Come
that
on,
would
man.
be every woman's dream.
I mean, I would just like to watch. We don't have any type of strippers like that out here. If we had a Jennifer Lopez or a Cardi B, woo, shit would be popping. I bet you fucking Lake Station would be lit. There would be some good bumping business over there. But no, we got a bunch of crack whores over there all the time, doing meth.
Yeah, they do bumping business with a bunch of dudes that couldn't afford it.
Oh, that's very true. That's very poor out here. Fuck, didn't think about that. Never mind. I wouldn't want a job out here anyways if I was a stripper.
They got a lot of mill guys that would probably show up.
I mean,
money.
That's maybe.
If you had a Jennifer Lopez up in there.
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody would be in there. That shit would be popping. Jennifer Lopez was at a strip club. That thing would be fucking packed. They'd be at max capacity saying, sorry, you can't come in. You have to wait till someone leaves. Sorry, sir. Just let me in. It's Jennifer Lopez, man. She knows me. We went back to school together. That'd be me. Just let me in.
I'd believe it more if you said you were related to her.
That's my, grandma? How'd you say that? They believe it.
Aren't you like 30?
They think she's like 70, but she really looks like she's 20.
What?
Yeah. They know she's old as fuck, so they're like, okay, she's like 70, but technically she's not 70.
Because a bouncer at a strip club that she's working at is going to be like, oh yeah, she's 70, man. This guy must be.
Yeah, you're right. He's just going to not give a fuck about what I say.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's true.
He's going to be like, no, she's 50. She's probably your mom.
So I need a better lie. Let's see.
Mom would make so much more sense.
She definitely wouldn't be my mom, dude, because I don't want to be like fantasizing over my mom. That just sounds weird.
Oh, but you were fine with saying grandma.
But I'm just gonna word it differently. Oh, my grandma's in there. She's my biggest fan. I just want to support her. You know,
she's your biggest fan.
No, I'm her biggest fan.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh my god, he's just trying to support his old grandma.
Okay, so you're saying that grandma was a lot less bad than
Portage.
Mom.
I mean, than Portage. I mean, than mother. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You honestly didn't make it better with your wording, and I'm doing air quotations for people that can't see me. You literally did nothing to cover that up.
Because I'm thinking right now about what I would say if that was my mom. Yeah, that's my mom up there, man. I'm just trying to go up there to support her. Like, who's gonna believe that that's my mom?
Who's gonna believe it's your grandma? Fuck you,
might not even think it's Jennifer Lopez. You might think I'm talking about somebody else. First off, why the fuck would I be going into a strip club to go see my grandmother strip?
Even on the fucking table.
I'm sorry. Why would I be in a strip club asking if my mom and grandma and saying that I want to see them strip?
I don't know. You're the one that...
How did we get digress and get all the way over? That's not what I was saying. I don't even know what... we just went from like thinking that we're going to see her perform at a club to her performing at a strip club to me forgetting that she's performing at a strip club to us thinking how we're going to get into the strip club, but eventually thinking it was an actual club.
First of all, I'm Chris Browning it. I'm in the club. You can't even get in. Okay? Fuck you mean? You trying to make up stories that J-Lo is your grandma, because apparently that's more believable than her being your mom.
Yeah.
And apparently it's less disgusting in your mind for you to go watch your grandma strip on a pole than your mom.
That's not what I meant.
That's how it came out.
Oh, God. Okay, what I meant was that it sounds more believable if I say that she's my grandmother as opposed to my mother, because if I said, hey, no, actually it doesn't, because the original time I was saying this, in my mind, I was thinking that she was performing on stage as an artist, not as a stripper.
Well, anyways, guys,
both of those would go out the window.
Go watch the trailer for Hustler on YouTube now.
Okay, so Toy Story. So there's a big ordeal going on that I wanted to talk about. I feel like it's kind of bullshit. Like, who gives a fuck? Why is America so fucking sensitive half the time? But, you know, it's America. Pixar has removed a Hollywood casting couch joke from Toy Story 2. And what I mean is there's a scene, I think it's post-credits in Toy Story 2, where the prospector, Stinky Pete, is talking to those two Hollywood dolls, pretty much about, going off and doing something and stuff like that. And they removed it. It was a blooper, though. It was at the end. It was supposed to make fun. It's like a parent thing, because, like, when parents go watch these movies with their kids are watching the movie and they're getting entertained, but you got to realize that the parents are also watching it. Yeah, we can watch the movie, but we like the bloopers, the subliminal jokes that they put in there too as well, for us to laugh at as well, that the kids don't really understand, but it helps for us to relate in a way. I feel like it's kind of stupid just to remove that joke. It was back in the whole Me Too area.
Yeah, I don't think anything especially from the past, should be edited just because of how sensitive people are today. I mean, that's like saying
Let's remove The Office.
Yeah, that's like saying that, a movie that was filmed in the 60s, a classic, is going to get edited because of this or that. That's not acceptable today. There's just too much sensitivity. And the whole point of that kind of thing is to make light of the situation and keep it, easy going. That's what comedy is. They make light of situations like that. And I just think that it ruins it when you can't do that.
Yeah, and just poke fun and, just create jokes. That's the whole point. It's humor.
People are just way, way, way too fucking sensitive these days.
I swear.
Way too sensitive.
In The Office, that wouldn't be, we couldn't, Michael Scott, there would be no Michael Scott nowadays.
Yeah, and
absolutely
next thing we know, they're going to be trying to edit that or delete that.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're going to take out all Michael Scott's racist comments. Well, just take out the whole entire thing. Just fucking throw it in the trash.
I think that if people don't like what they're seeing, they don't watch it at all. It's like, don't ask, don't tell. Just don't view it. Don't ruin it for other people. Because as much as it offends you to view it, it offends me if you edit it. And if we're talking about sensitive 2019, then I guess there's a sensitivity portion for the people that are affected by you being fucking sensitive. Guess what? Now I'm offended by your sensitivity. How about that? I got a new social movement. People offended by people being sensitive. That's me.
Hashtag that.
Hashtag people offended by people being sensitive. That is going to be a Dougherty show start.
How about hashtag too many sensitive people?
Too many sensitive people will be a Derek Dougherty hashtag, and people being offended by people being sensitive will be a Brett Kilgore hashtag. Started by your favorite talk show personalities, podcast personalities, whatever you want to call us, from the Dougherty show, Derek and Brett. Get with it. It's going to be patent pending and trademarked. So fuck you mean.
Every single time that you guys come across a post that you think that America would find offensive, just hashtag us in it.
Yes.
And we'll take a look at it. And if we find it offensive in us, we'll put it on our show. Let you guys know about it. Let the whole world know.
Being a kid and watching those blooper scenes, it kind of gave that post-show comedy. I thought it was funny as a kid watching it. This prospect acting like that. And I think it was aimed more towards adults. But, so little kids won't understand it. And then by the time they're older, they will.
Right.
Little kids are never going to understand it.
I missed that, man.
It's literally hasn't been an issue for the last 20 fucking years. So why all of a sudden is it an issue now? And the whole I can understand the whole Me Too movement, but you make light of everything, and it was a harmless thing. Like,
and what are you trying to say, that you're ashamed to have jobs from casting couch? What's wrong with the casting couch, man? It's where a lot of videos are coming from, and a lot of people enjoy those videos.
Yeah, nobody made you go on
Millions,
that casting
actually.
couch. Nobody made you do that.
Yeah, no. There's people out there that enjoy those casting couches. Plenty of individuals.
Like everyone sitting in their bathroom jacking off to them.
Them too. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. I know that Pornhub, XNXX, all the motherfuckers, they enjoyed it too.
Yeah, well, it's, I don't know. People always look for reasons to be the center of attention nowadays. For real. It's like, why don't you stop fucking with shit? Just stay home, watch Netflix, and die alone if you want to go out and ruin things for everybody else.
That will conclude our show, everyone. I want to appreciate everyone listening. You guys can follow us on all our pages. The Dougherty Show on Facebook. Right now we're aiming on the YouTube channel thing at the moment. We got 31 subscribers. We're aiming for that 1,000th subscriber. There is no Rowdy and Rambunctious segment this week because we're short on people. But we are going to pick that up next week. The category is going to be Men in Black. That was the winner this week. So I'm not going to do a poll this week for the new one. We're just going to do the Rowdy and Rambunctious segment this upcoming week's show, and it's going to be Men in Black. So look out for those trivia questions. If you guys ever have any topics that you guys would like to hear about our show, go ahead and message us on the Facebook page and whatnot. We'll take a look at them and delve into those. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Just type in Dougherty Show, and then we out here. Stay tuned next time on The Dougherty Show.